Ragnir, the cover page appearing full of playful charm as requested by readers. Zoro is sitting in front of a mirror with an extremely serious expression. Yet on his head, a mischievous black cat has placed a cute pair of cat ear headbands. His sword rests beside him, creating a sharp contrast between the aura of a killer and the gentle humor of everyday life. Chapter 1171, The Power of Ragnir. A rare moment of relaxation on the cover page, as the swordsman Zoro is subdued by a tiny cat. The scene shifts back to the ancient castle of Elbaf amid colossal trees. A somber, ruined atmosphere hangs in the air after terrifying upheavals. Inside the solid stone corridor, Gabon, his body covered in bandages, stares into the distance, his face unable to hide the shock of what he has just witnessed regarding the secret treasure of this land. Gabon, I can't believe it. Elbaf's treasure actually possesses such a terrifying power. His eyes are heavy with anxiety for the future of the warrior island. Inside a vast hall with majestic Nordic architecture, Jarl stands silently beside Gabon. Shadows engulf the hidden corners of the room, and in the distance loom the blurred silhouettes of giant warriors. Shanks appears with a face marked by scars and eyes burning with resentment as he recalls bitter memories involving the world government. Jarl, if Loki hadn't been here today, I truly can't imagine that horrifying sight. Just thinking about it sends chills down my spine. Shanks remains silent, his fists clenched tightly as if restraining a storm within. Memories flood Shanks' mind. The image of Harold from the past appears, clad in imposing armor, standing face to face with the old man Garling of the Celestial Dragons. Garling wears an arrogant, contemptuous smile, his honeyed words filled with the cruelty of one who looks down from above at the lesser beings below. The dawn of Elbaf will truly shine when I join the ranks of the God's Knights. Garling, say whatever you desire, and I shall grant you everything. How pitiful. Having lived a life bound by chains for so long. Forget about those lowly masses down there. They are not human. The most tragic scene unfolds. On the cold stone floor of the castle, Harold has drawn his final breath. Blood and fire still smolder around him. Loki stands frozen before his father's body, the massive silhouette of the lonely prince etched onto the shattered ground. The air is thick with grief, where hatred begins to take root. A suffocating, heroic frame, the king of Elbaf has fallen, leaving behind a fractured empire and a son who is slowly being swallowed by darkness. The viewpoint shifts directly to the holy land of Mary Joie. Pangea Castle stands tall and majestic, yet conceals deep treachery. In a pitch-dark chamber, the shadow of Im-sama sits upon the empty throne, while the 5 elders kneel below. The tension is so dense that even the fall of a grain of sand could be heard. Mu has granted the ancient giant warrior immortality and power, a rare existence, a true monster. The labored breathing of the supreme entity reveals considerable turmoil within. A close-up of Im-sama's terrifying eyes flashing in the darkness. Images of the 5 elders appear one by one with stern expressions as they discuss mobilizing forces to Elbaf to reclaim what Harold left behind. Secrets of the letter D and giant bloodlines begin to surface through dark whispers. Enough. Continuing like this will only increase pointless sacrifices among my knights. These packs always demand Mu to pay a dreadful price. The hazy shadow of Im-sama radiates an overwhelming pressure. Im-sama continues analyzing the inherently warlike nature of the giant race, the danger of allowing them into any pact, and the fear of being destroyed from within. Elbaf appears like an untamable fortress bound to the destiny of those who bear the letter D. Historical truths are being overturned amid the ruler of the world's simmering rage. Im-sama, they are warriors through and through, born with it in their blood. If we accept them too easily, they will only destroy us from the inside. Never forget. Elbaf is D. The scene returns to Orast Castle. Loki, with resolute and furious eyes, rallies the surviving soldiers. He decides not to sit idle and await death, but to set sail and enact vengeance for Harold. Jarl tries to stop him, but nothing can shake the determination of the young king. The giant army begins to move, departing the stronghold. Loki, I will not let my father's death be meaningless. With these very hands, I will make them pay. The footsteps of the giants shake the very ground. The story returns to the present. After hearing the full truth of the day Herald fell, Hiruden changes his stance. He agrees to free Loki, though he has not fully forgiven his other sins. Luffy stands beside them, beaming with joy that his new friend has gained freedom. Suddenly, however, an MMA entity, Draugr, appears and plunges into the abyss, signaling the beginning of a new battle. Luffy, Shi, that's awesome, Loki, you're finally free! Loki looks down into the abyss where Draugr vanished, a defiant smile forming as he begins removing the last of his chains. The air in Elbaf grows suffocating as Hiruden shouts in rage and anguish. Tears stream down the giant's face as he confronts the brutal truth of Herald's death. Below, Luffy watches with steadfast eyes,
while Gaban also seems to struggle to contain his emotions at the collapse of a warrior kingdom.
What did you just say? The one who killed his own father could rejoice to the point of madness like that? The whole truth! Shaking the already tense atmosphere. The chaos continues as the MMA entity Draugr suddenly materializes and falls into the netherworld, unleashing immense pressure that forces nearby warriors to shield their faces. Luffy's group, Sanji, Chopper, and other giant warriors, stand ready as they sense danger approaching from the deep abyss. Hey, Hiruden, you all go up ahead. I can get up on my own. Loki's eyes flash with a strange light as he gazes into the abyss, where Draugr's shadow is fading. A shocking moment unfolds as Loki suddenly uses his full strength to snap the 1,000-year chains binding him. The dry, metallic sound of shattering rings out, mixed with Luffy's hearty laughter as he sees his new friend's resolve. Loki chooses to leap into the abyss to face Draugr head-on rather than retreat. She, that's incredible! I'm really looking forward to your fight! Loki's bold action leaves everyone present gaping in astonishment. From the depths of the netherworld abyss, a colossal being rises among the giant trees, a skull-headed creature clad in the armor of ancient Viking warriors. It lets out an earth-shaking roar that sends snow flying everywhere. Those witnessing it from afar can only gasp in terror at the rebirth of a legendary entity. The appearance of the King of Death, Draugr, has turned the battlefield into a true hell, its breath carrying the chill of the underworld. Loki stares at the monster with a look of pure challenge. Meanwhile, Gaban is gradually losing strength from his severe wounds, unable to move upward on his own. Chopper frantically checks his condition, while Sanji stands beside them with a cigarette on his lips, his serious gaze betraying concern for the elder. Behind them, the ship of the giant warrior's crew waits. Gaban, Chopper, I'm afraid I'll need your help to get up there. My son, he still worries me so. Sanji exhales softly, knowing exactly what he must do next to support the old man. Sanji uses the technique Skywalk to kick off the air, lifting Gaban high in his arms while Chopper clings tightly to his shoulder to monitor his pulse. Nearby, Loki soars upward wielding the legendary weapon Ragnir, with Luffy still clinging excitedly to the giant prince's shoulder, eagerly awaiting the explosive attack to come. Chopper, Sanji, you have to keep his body stable. Don't move too violently or the wounds will open up again. Loki roars, preparing to unleash his final move. Loki, watch closely. Ragnir! A frame overflowing with power as Loki unleashes the Ragnir strike, tearing through space itself. Lightning and pressure from the colossal weapon slam directly into Draugr's head, triggering a catastrophic explosion. Luffy cheers wildly amid the blinding flashes, signaling the enemy's end and the opening of a new chapter in Elbaf's fate. Loki, Primordial World! This strike is for those who dare to bring chaos to my land.